It was Christmas Eve, and although it was still afternoon, lights had begun to appear in the shops and houses of the little Russian village, for a short winter's day was nearly over. Excited children scurried indoors, and now only muffled sounds of chatter and laughter escaped from the closed shutters. An old shoemaker, Papa Panov, was working very hard in his shop getting ready for Christmas. It was really hard work. He was old, lonely, and nearly too blind to see what he was doing. He sat down to rest, nodded off to sleep, and had a dream that Jesus was going to visit him. He got up very excited and thought to himself, "Now, what can I give to Jesus for a present?" He looked all around his little shop, and he saw a tiny box on a top shelf. He remembered what was in it. Some very tiny shoes, the best he had ever made. He would give those to Jesus. Papa Panov awoke early on Christmas morning. He was very excited at the thought of a visit from Jesus. He looked impatiently out his window and down the road. There was a road sweeper, blue and cold and looking very hungry. Papa Panov invited him into his home and made him rest by the fire. Papa Panov gave the road sweeper his own coat and a little of the soup that he had made. There was still enough left for Jesus when he came, so it was all right. The road sweeper went away, very happy. A little while later, Papa Panov looked out his window again. He saw a homeless man walking down the street. Nobody should spend Christmas like that, thought Papa Panov. So he invited the man inside. The man got warm by the fire, had a little of the soup, and Papa Panov gave him all the money that he had. The man went away very happy. It was getting late when Papa Panov looked out his window again. He was getting worried that Jesus was not going to come after all. There he saw a woman with a small baby passing by. They were very cold, tired, and hungry. Papa Panov invited them in to rest too. He warmed some milk for the baby and gave the woman the rest of his soup. "Oh dear," he thought, "now there won't be any left for Jesus." He looked at the baby. It had nothing on its feet but the icy cold weather. Then he remembered the little shoes and fetched the box down from the top shelf. The shoes fit just right. Papa Panov gave the baby the shoes, but was a little worried at the thought of not having anything to give Jesus. But the woman and the baby were very happy, and they smiled as they left his house. Night came. Papa Panov had not had a visit from Jesus. He went to bed feeling rather unhappy and a little foolish. Then, all at once, he felt that he was no longer alone in the room. This was not a dream, for he was wide awake. And he saw again the cold road sweeper, the young mother and her baby, and the homeless man that he had fed. As they passed, each one whispered, "Didn't you see me, Papa Panov?" "Who are you?" he called out, bewildered. Then another voice answered him. It was the voice from his dream, the voice of Jesus. "I was hungry and you fed me," Jesus said. "I was naked and you clothed me. I was cold and you warmed me. I came to you today in every one of those you helped and welcomed." A great peace and happiness seemed to fill the room, overflowing Papa Panov's heart until he wanted to burst out singing and laughing and dancing with joy. "So he did come after all," was all that he could say.